In today's tutorial, I'll teach you how to cut an asymmetric gown with gathers and a ruched shoulder. Following these easy steps I'm about to show you. So if this is what you're interested in learning, stay tuned because I'll be taking you on a step-by-step beginner-friendly tutorial on how to achieve this. So guys, let's get started. Now, the first thing you'll need is your pattern paper. And you can see here, I'm going to have to draw out our starting line. This is where all our measurements starts from. Now, I'll be going down by my bust line, which is 10 inches. And I'll also go down by my waistline, which is 16 inches. And I'll go down by my hip line, which is 24 inches. Like this, I'll just give it a mark. And lastly, I'll just take the full length of our dress. So this pattern paper is actually about 36 inches. So I just marked 35 inches for the full length. So I'll also come to this other part here and just mark the same thing. Now guys, even if you want your length to be more than 35 or 36 inches, just go ahead and just mark 35 inches for now. I will show you how to increase the length as we proceed further. So guys, I'm just connecting those 2 points together. Why I marked it on the 2 parts of the pattern paper is just to get a straighter line. I hope you understand. So I'm just connecting those points together like this to give me a straight line. After doing that, the next thing we are going to do is to come to this point here. I'll just label them the shoulder line, the bust line, the waistline, the hip line, and lastly the full length. That is the full length of our dress. And now we are going to start taking our body measurement. Now on this shoulder line, I'll be taking my neck width, which is 4 inches, can go by 4.5 inches. Remember, this is a kind of wide neck, so I used 4 inches. Then for the neck depth, I'm going in by 2 inches for the front neckline. Guys, take note for the front neckline. Now you can also go down by 2.5 inches. It totally depends on you. Now, after doing that, I went ahead to come out by my shoulder measurement divided by 2, and I came down by 1 inch from that point. I hope you can see. And now I'll be connecting it to meet this neckline width there. After doing that, I'll place my tape from that 1 inch point and I'll go down by my armhole depth, which is 7 inches. To get yours, divide your bust measurement by 6 and add 1.5 inches to whatever you get. Now guys, after doing that, I need to rule these lines here. So I'll just go ahead and label this the chest line. So that is my chest line. Now on this straight line here, I'll get the midpoint, which is 3.5 inches. I'll go in by ½ inch and I'll come over to this chest line here. I'll mark my round bust measurement divided by 4 and I'll just connect all these points together to give me my armhole curve just like this. I hope you can see. Guys, this is what we have. After doing that, I'll come here and start taking my round body measurement. Now, I've already marked my round bust measurement on that chest line, so I went ahead to add extra 1 inch for stitching allowance. Next, I'll come over to my waistline, divide my round waist measurement divided by 4, mark it and add extra 1 inch for stitching allowance. I'll come over to my hip line here and divide my round hip measurement divided by 4 and go ahead and add extra 1 inch allowance also. Guys, I hope you can see what I'm doing here. And now on the full length of our dress, that is full length of our dress, I'll measure what I have here on my hip line and I'll just come to this part here and just mark exactly the same thing. So guys, after marking it, I'll just go ahead and use my pattern master and connect. So guys, if you notice, I did not take any darts allowance. Like I did not take any darts for this dress because this dress does not have any darts. But if you want to add a dart to yours, you are free to do so. But for this particular dress, the one that is on the screen, that you saw in the screen, does not have a dart. But you can add a dart to yours. So guys, now that I've connected all those points together, on the sleeve part, you notice that it has this ruched effect on the shoulder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my tape to about how ruched I want it to be. So I just extended mine to 5 inches because we are going to be adding an elastic at that point. Guys, I hope you understand. So I just extended by 5 inches. You can extend by more. It does depend, totally depends on how ruched you want it to be. Now from this bust line, I just came down by ½ inch and now I will connect. So if you notice also this sleeve part, it came down all the way to somehow below the bust line. But if you don't want yours to reach the bust line, you can just make it to stop wherever you want. So guys, this first one I drew was kind of too slant, so I just decided to curve it up a little bit, just here like this. So just something like this, and this is it. Here we have gotten our sleeve. So guys, this is it. I'll go ahead and start cutting this part out. Please guys, if you have watched this tutorial to this point, please do well to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more amazing tutorials like this. And please do not forget to turn on your notifications so you'll be among the first to be notified whenever I upload new amazing tutorials like this. And if you know someone who will find this video helpful, please do well to share this video to them. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you guys. Thank you so much for your support and thank you for coming back. So this is it here, guys. I am done cutting it out. So this is for our front. This is the front part of our dress. And I'll go ahead and this is it here where we just put that elastic here. That is how it's going to be rushed at that shoulder point. So guys, I'll drop this aside so we'll cut out the back parts. So for the back part, I'm going ahead to draw this line here. This line is standing as our zipper line. Now I had to manage this pattern paper. That is why this zipper line is so small. But normally you should keep about 1.5 inches to 2 inches for your zipper allowance. And now you can see I've gone ahead to bring the front part of our dress and I placed it like this. Now I'll mark the neck width on this back part and I'll come down by 1 inch. You can come down by 1.5 inches if you want, but I came down by 1 inch. I also went ahead to extend it all the way into the zipper line. I hope you can see what I'm just doing. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to come over to the waistline here. I'll extend the line into this part here, this zipper line here, and I'll be going in by 1/2 inch. This is to prevent zipper bulge. That's why I'm doing this. So I'll now connect like this. See where I'm slanting the it with my pattern master. I hope you can see. So please follow carefully and do the same thing. This is just to eliminate zipper bulge. So I'll connect like this, and this is it here, guys. So guys, after doing that, I'll just go ahead now and start cutting. So watch carefully at how I'm cutting and just follow the same way as just cut here. Now, if you don't want to extend your shoulders, you can also do the slash and spread method, but I just think this is the easiest way to do it at that shoulder point. So I hope you understand me. So just extend the shoulder point by like 5 inches or 6 inches, depending on how full you want that rushed part to be. But you can also do the slash and spread method for that part. So guys, I'm just tracing exactly what I have on the side for the back piece. And now I'll come here and just cut out this point here, this part which slashed in by 1/2 inch into the waistline for the back. So this is what it looks like after I was done. Now guys, the next thing I'll go ahead and do is just remove the pins. I had to pin it down so that it doesn't shift when I'm doing this. So the next thing we have to do is to get that asymmetric shape. Now to do that, I'll first of all extend this line into the other part here. I hope you can see what I'm doing, so just follow carefully. I'm just extending from that side into this side like this, just like this, and this is what we have. After doing that, the next thing I'll come ahead and do is to get that effect, that asymmetric effect. To do that, what we have to do is you have to determine how you want your own to be. Now, if you notice, the one in that reference image shows you that the guidance is starting, that asymmetric is starting from the left side and comes all the way to the right side downward. I hope you understand. So you can make yours you can switch it over, make it to start from the right side and come all the way to the left side of the down part. So guys, on this right side here, I'll be coming down by 2.5 inches. And now on the left side, I'll be coming down by about 8.5 inches. That is 1 inch above the hip line. Because if you notice, the gathers stops below the hip line on the other parts of this dress. So having marked that, I'll just connect those 2 points together to give me that asymmetric shape. Now, if you don't want yours to reach that hip line, you can also do it like that. But following that reference image, you can see it's dropped slightly below the hip line. So guys, I'm just connecting using my pattern master like this, and you can see it here. We have gotten that asymmetric shape like this. And what I'll do next is to cut it out. So I'll just follow through the line like this. I'll just give it a cut. After doing that, this is it here. We have our front part ready. This is what it's looking like. Now I'll be using this to trace out the back parts. So this is the back part here. I'm gonna head to pin down the zipper parts, the zipper allowance part. I'm gonna head to just pin it down. Hope you can see. So if you're using a fabric, just go ahead and pin it down. And after pinning it down, I'll open it up like this. I hope you see where I'm opening it up. You open it up like this, and I'll just go ahead and bring the front part here because we're about to trace it out. Now make sure you place it like this. I hope you can see wrong side is facing wrong side like this. That is the wrong side of the front is facing the wrong side of the back. Please pay attention to that. Now, after doing that, what we have to do now is just pin it so that it doesn't move, and just go ahead and trace exactly what you have here. So just see here, I have to remove the pin on that part so that I can be able to cut through that point there. So please make sure you pin it down so that it doesn't move when you are tracing it out. So guys, this is it here. I am done tracing it, and this is what it looks like. So we have our front and our back part ready. So like this, you can just go ahead and trace it out on your main fabric and cut it out. If you want to use a lining to turn yours, you can do that. You can also use a facing to turn yours. Now guys, for the down part, that is the gathers part, what you have to do is what the full length of your dress, that is how many you want your dress to be when it's done. If you want it to be like 40 inches, what you have to do is, for my waistline is 16 inches, then I came down by 2.5 inches on that point, on that right side point. So what I'll do is 16 plus 2.5 inches is 18.5 inches. And let's assume I want my dress to be 40 inches by the time I'm done. What I'll do is 40 inches minus 18.5 inches, which is 21.5 inches. So my gathers length is 21.5 inches. So the gathers length I'll be cutting is 21.5 inches. I can just go ahead and add extra 1 inch because of folding allowance and joining allowance. So I can just make it 22.5 inches for the length of the gathers. While for the width, that is how full, it totally depends on how full you want your gathers to be. You can use 2 yards for yours. You can use 3 yards, but if you want it to be very full, you should use about 4 yards. But 3 yards, I just think is very much okay, or 2.5 yards. So guys, that is all for the making of this asymmetric gown with gathers and a ruched shoulder. If you found this tutorial helpful, please do well to like this video, share this video to someone who you think will find it helpful, and subscribe for more amazing tutorials if you haven't done that yet. I hope I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye!